last week on the agenda, there was a line item that said update computer audit. And it was, I believe the chairman had said, when I had asked her about it after the end of last week, she had said, oh, it was just an update with, that the town administrator, and it got put on his report was already done, so they put it on that. And if you could just, I mean, I don't know
Madam
if...
Chair, yes.
Thank you, just so we can get that out there and...
Yes. We have moved forward, and as an ongoing project, I did talk with several members individually, collectively. I believe the effort is to go forward, finalize the project. I'll bring back the results as we had talked about. And once again, I did not have it written into my report, but wanted to give that update. The hour was late. We moved on to the next meeting, and I had a little sticky here to mention it earlier, but we are moving forward with it. Get the final results in, keep all the board members updated on the progress of it, and I hope to have a report for you in the next several weeks.
Madam Chair, through you to Mr. Andrews, did we approve the final price?
The cap was, I believe, Madam Chair, through you to Member Winslow, up to $7,500 more. I don't believe it's going to hit that amount, but that was an email.
If you'd like to take a vote on it, we can do that.
Yeah, that would be appreciated.
My understanding is that Mr. Andrews had polled the board individually, and that people had given their opinions that the $7,500 to finish the project was acceptable. So if you'd like to make a motion to that effect, we can make it official.
No, I wasn't amongst the members polled, so I was just curious about...
We just talked briefly about it. I think you indicated to me that it was something of a project that if we spent what we have spent in the past, I was not here, but the number that was in the email that I had handed out 2 meetings ago was $7,500 cap. I don't believe it's going to hit that, but whatever the pleasure of the board is, I'm happy to follow through on.
I didn't realize that was a poll, that little piece of a... I was just sharing a thought, but okay, so now I understand what... Okay, thanks.
Do we need a motion for it, or do we all understand?
I'd entertain a motion to approve
Exactly,
the expenditure.
what are we voting on now?
This
I
would
didn't
be-
see, was there a poll?
No.
Was
Mr.
it
Andrews
email?
informed the board that the not-to-exceed figure that had come back from
$7,500.
Attorney Torres was $7,500. He has the authority to move forward on that, but he was informing the board of that. Now, if you'd like to
We didn't take a
an official vote, my understanding was that he had spoken to some members of the board, and that,
We got the email.
and you, Mrs. Winslow, said that the $7,500 was reasonable and that we should wrap the project up. But we can take an official vote on it.
Is this
This is a not-to-exceed $7,500
to end this?
Right.
to finish what we started, yes.
And then, in terms of the delivery of the report, are we going to do it like we did with the chief last week and air it right there on television?
Whatever the pleasure of the board
Is that appropriate,
Well,
like we did?
I believe...
Unless
Or is
they're
there-
a criminal, if there's
Well,
criminal, then we'll take it into
It's
executive.
pretty
Mr.
criminal
Holmes.
what they did to the chief.
If I may,
And I think let people that have spent the money on it, just like we did on the chief, and let people and all the reporters and everybody hear it right there. What's there to hide? Nothing to hide.
if I may, I would say I don't have any objection to that. I think the difference in this is that, and not that it wouldn't come out eventually, but that there may be personnel issues that you may have to be concerned with. That's number one. Number two is that all of these, any investigations that are started by the Board of Selectmen, I'll probably get it wrong, but it's under, I think, Mass General Law, Chapter 39, is that all of these investigations, that they have to be summarized and they have to be made part of, like, the annual report. There are a couple that we have undertaken that have not been made part of an annual report because they are still in appeal or in lawsuit or whatever. So upon the completion, they'll be part of it. But there is something that says that when we have an investigation, the results of that shall be made public in the annual report.
If I could, Madam Chair, why don't we get the report completed and get the advice of counsel, and I'll bring it back in the form that whatever form the board would like it brought back in.
Absolutely.
If that makes sense?
Makes sense.